I absolutely love that music, don't you? Because you know what's in store. You know you've got a 2-hour masterclass coming your way this afternoon here on Crafters TV, which is always exciting. And it's doubly exciting. It's actually triply exciting, really, because it's a decoupage masterclass, which you guys absolutely adore. And the triple element of the excitement is that it's with Michelle McCarthy. She's back. I obviously can't pronounce her name. Michelle McCarthy is back with me in the studio. How are you, Michelle?
I'm very well, thank you. I've had a coffee and a banana, and I'm all energied up and ready to go.
Well, that sounds fabulous. We've got loads to look forward to, haven't we, over the next couple of hours? What sort of things can we look forward to?
So I've got some samples for you. So we are doing, again, so we have got these beautiful decoupage flowers with the stamps. So again, I love this one. And it's not hard to do. It's not hard. You just need more layers in this one, more shushing up to make it that full, for want of a better phrase. So nice and easy and simple to do. But then we've got this one. So is that a hydrangea?
It is a lilac.
Lilac. So just nowhere near, not even in the same ballpark.
Just a bit of a different shape, I think.
But yeah, so again, beautiful. And then we've got that rose. That's definitely a rose. I've got that one right.
Stunning, isn't it?
Beautiful. And then we've got these. So I love these. So these are the sweet peas. And it's not a flower that you've really, I don't think it's one that you see at all.
Yeah, it's very unusual, isn't it?
But looks beautiful. And again, so the same one in just a different colour. But again, absolutely beautiful, because you're going to be inking these up in whatever colours you want them. And then that lily. I love that one. It's just beautiful. But then we have got these as well. So these decoupage words with the dies and the stamps, and then you get that lovely decoupage at the front. So you can really be building that up. So that is your snow, but then popping the same one on a card, and you've got that ability with all these to make that centerpiece into a shaker card. Nice. Which is always fun. Holly on the front of a card, absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the joy. Oh, you can see that's been made. Oh dear me. There we go. That's a huge 8x8 front stepper with that on the front as a topper. But then you can be making your smaller cards with these as well. I love that. Is that a? Oh, it is. Look at that. There you go.
Cute. So lovely. Nice to see them in the different ways as well. You can use them on the side or along the bottom. Absolutely.
So much you can be doing with these. They're all just beautiful.
Really, really lovely. There's loads in the show. I've got some other deals as well that I need to tell you about before we get started. I want to tell you firstly about, this was really busy actually in the earlier show. Unsurprisingly, it is our weekend super saver. Now you've got 20 sheets of Centura Pearl here, and it's A3 size in the pastel as well, which is a really beautiful colour palette, as you can see there. So you're going to get that for free actually when you go for these two. So you're going to get the Snow White Hint of Silver. You'll actually get 25 sheets of the Snow White Hint of Silver. You will also get in this bundle the Snow White Hint of Gold as well, which is that one, 25 sheets there. So 70 sheets total in that particular bundle. So loads and loads of A3 cardstock. A3 is just awesome, isn't it? Because you've got that slightly larger style, so it means if you want to be doing things like boxes or a larger card concepts, you've got the option. Of course, if you're not someone that does a lot of those styles of projects, don't worry, you can cut them down, cut it in half. You've got 140 sheets of A4, which for that price is off the chart. 2078 or 3038 if you are a platinum member. We've also got a couple of items that you may have seen earlier in the week in our cartload shows. So this one here is a Spectrum Noir mystery bag that you're looking at, £40 or $50. But for that £40 or $50, you are getting £102 or $149 worth of product. So a really great try me from the Spectrum Noir range. Lots in here for you. So we've got some of our tri-blend brush pens, which are awesome. So everything you know and love from our tri-blends, just in that lovely soft brush nib. We're going to give you some art liners in here. You will get some illustrators. Now obviously you're going to get one of everything I'm showing you. There might be some variation on things like colour, of course. These are the glitter markers, which are so cool. That's a vibrant florals you're going to get there in those. We've got some of our blending sponges in here. Not one, but two ink pads. So you've got the Bronze Midas and the Harmony Pumice coming in there. This one here is some of our aqua markers, our watercolour mediums. They are really cool. Acrylic paint pens in there for you. And also some of our card front pads for you to then begin to colour in. You've got a great saving there of £62 or $99, which is sensational. You're also going to be able to, of course, get extra savings when you're using your Club Inspired discount. You'll find that deal in the Shop the Day area over on the website. So if you pop across to the website, details are down there in the corner of your screen, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Hit the Shop the Day button, and that is where you will find that bag. It was exceptionally busy on that during Thursday's cartload, so we really wanted to bring that back for those of you that had missed out on it. Now we've got this coming up in the shop. I absolutely love this. It's another one from our cartload show. $34.99 or $39.95. Now, not only does this get you the deluxe tote, and the deluxe tote is brilliant. You can actually use this as a Gemini Junior bag if you want to. You can take these elements out, and you can actually have that as a large open space in there. So you can put your Junior in there, put your MIDI in there, you can get A4 cardstock, your large Gemini plates will all fit in there. There's absolutely loads of different uses for this. And as well as having that compartment there, you've got 3 nice deep gusseted pockets on the front here, 2 on either end, and you've got a really nice zip pocket as well along the side down here to keep all of those things that are always escaping you. Things like your pokey tools, your ball tools, all of those I'm thinking will go in there. You've got a nice solid bottom as well on there too, which is amazing. And you've even got...
It's definitely right, what Michelle? You want, isn't it?
Sorry?
What you want.
Absolutely, you don't want a soggy bottom. And then what we've also got, you fill that full of stuff, it will start sagging, doesn't it? It's nice and hard, that bottom, which is what we want. And then I also love as well the fact that the handles are padded. These straps are padded as well, so it means that they're not going to cut in. It's not uncomfortable to carry because you can really load that full of goodies. Now, you're also going to get a load of extra things included as well. So let me share those with you. You're going to get some of these are the Happy Hearts. These are those little cut-out liftable dies that we brought to you. They're really cool. You've got some of our creator cards in here as well. Then you've also got some stamps too, some sentiment stamps. We've got some edgeables in there. You've got some floral stamps, some balloon sentiments, and you've also then got a 3D embossing folder too. So all of that should come to £90 or over $113. Today, prices there on your screen, but Platinum members are looking at $27.99 or $31.96, which is brilliant. So don't miss out on that. We, though, are going to look firstly at these, the winter florals. So these ones here, as you can see, are beautiful because what you've got is you get the pad firstly. So 40 sheets in the pad. You are going to get the stamps and you're going to get the dies. They're sort of 3 separate elements. You can find them all individually across on the website. This one is your festive bow. So what you can do is lay the dies over the pad. This is what you're going to create here. Or alternatively, you can stamp it out and cut with the dies after you've stamped it. And this is an idea of some of the things you can be creating. Obviously, when you're colouring them yourselves, you are in complete creative control. Don't know why that came out right, but it sounded wrong, Michelle.
Yeah.
Not quite sure why. Complete creative control over what you want to do with them. You can just... Oh, hello. You can just use the stamps on their own as well if you want to. Desperate to be used on their own. Look, jumping off the page. You've got the first one there was festive bows. Poinsettia delight. You'll get winter roses, which is really lovely. You've got the winter white collection last year. That would go brilliantly with that. And you've then got candlelit Christmas. Then you'll also get your words. You've got Noel. You'll also get the snow. This one here is the holly. And you've got the joy as well. So all of that for you, £120 or $159. That's a saving of over £50, almost $70. Remember also, they are available in the smaller collection. So in the smaller collections, you'll find them across on the website under the shop, the show button. You'll get one of the words, the dies, the stamps, and the pad. They're arranged in their individual collections. The value, though, is much better when you go for them as one complete bundle, which is brilliant. Lots of you chatting away already and saying hi. Jeff says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ben and Michelle and all the Superstar Steve TV crew and crafty folks. Very easy mistake. I'm Joe, not Ben, but thank you. Christine says hello again. Diane says hello everyone from Tennessee. Gilmore saying hello Joe, Michelle, Team Social Superstar, Team and Crafty Peeps. Melanie says good morning. Those sample cards are all beautiful. Tess thinks it's going to be a great show. I think you might be right, Tess. Christine Mahoney says please make all those samples, please. They are all so beautiful. And Carla says hello everyone. Again, if you've got any questions or comments, you can get them across to me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. Which one of these would you like to take us with, Michelle?
I'm going to go with the Joy.
Joy, fabulous.
Yeah, I want to sing Joy to the. I won't do that to you. I would never do that to you. But yeah, Joy. So as with all of those, you get the die. What is the big words? This is going to be cutting out your pad, and then you do get the stamp set, but I'm not going to be using the stamp set, so let's just pop that to the side for now, and we'll do this first. So this is the dies that go with this pad, and again, so once your pad runs out, I mean it's going to take you a while because there's 48 in there. Once your pad runs out, you can still be using these dies in conjunction with the stamps, so be stamping them out and then die cutting them out and then colouring them in whatever medium it is that is your preference. So let's pop all these off. And as always, if you just turn them round, you'll see on each one that little notch, well, each one has got a little notch and each one is numbered. So corresponds to the number on there. It couldn't be easier for you to follow. Your little notch will always come out over your number. So again, you're layering them up exactly where they need to be.
Makes it so easy having those, isn't it?
It really does.
I guess the two larger ones are easy. When you get into the smaller ones, it could be a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, on some of the others, there's little smaller dies, and yeah, it's. But again, everything has been designed to make it very easy. So even to the die cut shapes, it's not difficult. We've taken all of that out, all of the hardness out of it for you, all of the difficultiness out of it for you.
Oh, the high was for Ben McCarthy. That makes sense. Since he was the first one to say good afternoon. I did think Jeffrey when you said Ben. I thought Jeffrey's always joining us. I'm sure they know the difference between Ben and Joe, but yes, because it was Ben. Charlotte seems to think that your die slipped, Michelle.
Shall we see?
We shall see.
Fingers crossed it didn't.
Place your bets now. Did it slip?
Oh, it did, look.
Oh
no. It did
Drap.
just a tad. But that's okay.
It looks all right, doesn't it?
It is still quite usable, but it's okay because I do have another one already cut. But yeah, it's because what I do is I reuse my tape over and over, and it's just that piece has lost its sticker, so I will now get rid of that piece. But yeah, Charlotte spotted that well, didn't she?
She did. Well, I mean, it would have been nice if she had told you before you put it in the machine, really, wouldn't it? I mean, I love that she waited until you'd put it in the machine to let you know.
That's all right. So, but yeah, I mean, the thing is, that tape is so sticky that you can reuse it so many times. So again, each roll that you're buying, it lasts forever. Right, so let's pop these to the side. And I will bring that one in. I think, that one's still in my die. Just pop that last piece out. So again, we're going to bring in our foam pads, and we're going to, let me get rid of that one, decoupage these up. So I've got my 5 pieces. And again, so it's entirely up to you if you want to use this to curve your edges, just to add that little bit of definition, depending on how and where you're going to be putting it on your card. So I left my last one on sort of relatively flat, well, totally flat. So we'll just put a little bit of shape into these ones. Again, just adding that little bit of shape on there does make it look totally different. So I'm just being very careful. And then again, so like that piece there, you can absolutely just be using it as a decorative element on its own. That piece you could, and definitely that piece. So again, you don't necessarily have to decoupage these up if you don't want to. They look fabulous just as they are. So because I've put that bit of curve on it, I'm not going to stick my foam pads right to the edges, or if I do, it's just going to make it go flat again. So if I make sure that they stay relatively centred, it's going to keep or retain that sort of shape on there. Pop some on this one.
Any questions you've got about this, don't forget, do get them into me. Also, if you've been using these, we'd love to see some pictures, wouldn't we, of things you've made with them, if you had any. I know Charlotte would love to see them. And you can email them to us. Let's give you that email address. It's studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into.
I do love looking at...
Maybe in our later show tonight, we could get pet pictures. What do you think, in tonight's show?
It's a cuteness overload.
Charlotte's saying no, she doesn't want to do it. I would do it. It crashes the system. What, too many pictures? Oh.
That's a bit sad.
Maybe you could just send us personally pictures of your pets in the later show. We'll look at them. That'll bring us joy.
We'll sit on the sofa.
Yeah, we'll sit on the sofa and we'll just look through the pet pictures. Yes. Sounds great.
It does. So I'm just trimming that down, obviously because that last piece is really thin. So I'm just going to trim some pieces down just so I can fit it on there.
Do you make your own wreath at home for your door, Michelle? Do you have one?
I do. I've got, mine's a bauble wreath though.
Oh, nice.
It's huge. Of course, it's,
yeah.
You know, it's me. It was supposed to be just a normal size one, but, you know, I got carried away and I ended up just putting more baubles, and then I've got little bells on there as well.
Right.
It's, I
bet
love
your neighbours love you when it's windy.
I love it. That's all that matters. So there we go. So that is that piece that's done for now. And then we're going to bring in this piece. So let me just move that. So this is the one that's going to create an actual card base. So again, so I'm going to bring this in. So this is the card from our 12 by 12 pads. It's the, this is the rose gold one. It's the one with the glitter and this pearlescent card in there. So you've got the rose gold, the gold and the silver in those 12 by 12 pads. I'm just making, so I'm making my own card base. I haven't put it together yet. So it's going to be 8 by 6. And if I bring in, obviously this is going to be the back. I've just left a 1/2 inch tab on there, and that's going to be my card. Now, if I could have just took the 12 by 12 piece of card, folded it over and had a 6 by 8 base, but it would have been attached there. So I would have had a 10th fold card. And I didn't want to. I wanted to have a side fold card because I'm going to cut out of the front again. For one, it's just a different fold, it being longer that way rather than a 10th fold. And again, for the weight, so if I'm standing it as a normal card like that, I don't feel like I need to add. So my card before, I added those bars across the bottom to give it extra stability. But if it's going to be a side opening card, I don't need to do that because it stays stable by itself. So let's just, so this is, do you know what, this is the sunflower collection from the paper pad. And I know that I'm popping it with this Christmassy sort of wreath and that, but it goes perfectly. If I'm going to turn it over, because I'm not going to use that side, the colours absolutely go perfect. So have a look through your paper pads. You'll find in just your everyday summery paper pads that there's definitely pieces in there that you're going to be able to use for your Christmas makes. And I think vice versa. If you've got Christmassy paper pads, you're definitely going to find elements and pages in there that you can use on a non-Christmassy project.
It matches your nails, this as well.
So it does, doesn't it? Right, so I'm going to bring this in and I'm just going to die cut into the front. So let me...
Lots of useful chatting away. Robbie says, I just received this, tried it this morning and really love it. I love the way it embosses too, making it more realistic. Going to use this on my Christmas tree this year.
Oh.
Darla says, good day to all at Crafter's Companion. Good day to you, Darla. And Beth says, wishing you all a wonderful weekend. Thank you. It's going to be, do you know why it's going to be a wonderful weekend, Michelle? Because I get to spend it here with you and Jamie and Charlotte and Jake. There is nowhere else I'd rather be. There isn't.
No, I know you mean that. Of course you would rather be nowhere else.
Maybe like in the Bahamas, but apart from that, nowhere else I'd rather be.
Somewhere nice, warm. So I'm just going to peel this back very careful. There we go. So of course it's still going to be attached because by nature of what these dies are, that's how you're going to be doing it. You're going to be creating just word-shaped card bases with that. But because I've attached it, well, I want to take this aperture out, so I'm either just going to bring in my knife, my craft knife and a ruler, or your snips, your little scissors, whichever you find easier, and we're just going to go across that top bit there and just cut it out. Oh, do you know what? I couldn't have got that line more wonky if I'd have tried. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. It's almost like I looked at it with one eye shut. All right, there we go. So, so I'm now going to attach my the back of the card. And again, using the tacky glue because of the coated cardstock. So, just lining that up. I'll try and line it up with both eyes open this time. There we go. So just give it a good burnish. And if you make your own card bases and you don't like that showing on the back.
Could you have made that out of a piece of A3, that, or is it still too big for one piece of A3? How long is a piece of A3?
It's about 13.5 inches, I think.
And how long's that? About 16?
This is 16.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
Nice idea, but no.
I think it's about 13.5, or am I?
Let's measure it. I'm bringing it over.
No, I'm pretty sure
It's got a good wobble on it. Listen to the wobble on that.
Oh no, it's 16.
Oh, there you go.
So it would have
60,
done.
It's 16 and a half. Yeah, there you go.
So absolutely.
So you could actually just, if you had, well, if no, great reason to go for the Weekend Super Save for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is 8 inches wide, so that would have been like the perfect size. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even think of that, but I think it's because
we need to get you that Weekend Super Save, Michelle.
I do have it. I love that. I use my A3 card all the time for boxes and bags.
Charlotte's a bit confused. Okay. We were trying to work out if we could have made that card blank from one piece of A3 and not needed to join two pieces of card together. Does that make sense?
It does. Oh, it does to me. Now it does. So yeah, absolutely. So just another reason to be getting those because, so this is 6 inches high. You would have been able to get 2 of these out of one of them.
Michelle, are you going to be putting the sweet pea together in this show?
Sweet pea.
From the flowers?
I'm not, no, but I can if someone wants to see it.
Well, we just could do it. Laura's just a bit confused with it. So she says, even if you don't put one together, could you just talk her back through it when you do the flowers later? Is that all right? Stay tuned, Laura, and we'll do that for you.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so again, so the glitter's from the same pack. I'm just gonna pop that. Oh, that literally just fits. I've cut that a bit short, haven't I?
Sandra's on it. She says 16.5 inches by 11.75 inches is A3.
Perfect.
She knows her A3, does Sandra?
She does. Right, so let me just try that again. So that's just gonna cover over that aperture. And again, it literally just fits that, doesn't it? Use this. I must have measured that with one eye shut as well. So if you was making this at home, you would obviously not cut your piece of acetate as short as I have or as narrow.
Is it just big enough?
It's just big enough, which is why I've put no glue at the top and the bottom. But for demonstration purposes, it doesn't matter. I can always afterwards take it off, put a bigger piece on and then stick it in my stash at home for Christmas cards, things like that. So what I've done is with this piece that I've cut out of the middle, obviously I've already pre-cut one out. And what I've done with this one is I've cut it out of the other side. Oh, I don't know why I'm showing you, it's stuck down, isn't it? Of the other side. So it is matching on that side, but I've cut it out of that side just to have that little bit of difference. It's matching, but it's not, if you know what I mean. Let me just put a little bit of glue under there and under there. So you absolutely can be using this on acetate, but it takes a good 24 hours to fully go off. I'm going to pop that on there. And again, I could have this on foam pads, standing off of the acetate if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, I'm going to pop it straight on. Trying not to stick myself to the glue. This one's incredibly sticky. Pop that on there. I think it's quite warm in the studio. This
warm?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm freezing
Oh, are
over
you?
here. Yeah.
This
Oh,
one,
I'm right chilly.
this one's really sticky. Just gonna, there we go. So again, so it'd look lovely on foam pads, but the look I'm going for, I want it nice and flat on there, because then I'm going to bring this in and we're going to pop that across the bottom. And again, so my others, I stuck it straight down onto the card, but on this one, I'm going to pop some extra foam pads under there. So then you've just got that extra height on there. So again, I'm not going to go right to those edges because I've got that curvature on there. I mean, if you want that curve to be really defined, just double up your foam pads that you've got in the middle, and then again you're going to get that extra depth, that extra height on there that allows it to really curl round. Let's pop that on there.
I think this is a brilliant, if you were looking for something that you're going to be able to do all of your Christmas cards with, they're definitely something you could pretty much send to anyone, these, aren't they, Michelle?
They really are. They're simple, they're easy, they're fun, and everyone's going to love them. And it's another one of them cards that people are going to look at and they're going to be like, "Can't believe you made this," because people say that to you in all, in all seriousness, and they're like, "You made this," and it's really nice to turn around and say, "Actually, yeah, I did."
Sorry, Creative Blessings is asking, what's the size of that joy die? Good question.
So it is 6.6 by 4.6 inches.
Say that again for me, Michelle.
6.6 by 4.6.
Okie doke.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pop that one on there. We're going to pop just one. Just one. I'm going to be very
Just one
reserved.
solitary gem?
Just one solitary gem right in the middle of that. Oh, I'm not. I'm going to put 2 on, I tell a lie. Because that
Here
one
we
needs to
go.
have one as well.
Oh, I think it might need 3.
No, just the 2. No, just the 2. And so if I turn that round and stand that up for you, there's the joy.
Absolutely glorious, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Let me take you through then exactly what you're getting in this particular configuration right here. I do love that embossed detail you get. There's loads of embossing on these. So you're going to get the festive bows. Remember, you're getting both the pad, you're going to get the dies, and you're going to get the stamps as well for each. They are 3 individual items that make up the festive bows, the poinsettia delight, the winter roses. That one there is your candlelit Christmas. And you're also going to get Noel, snow. Now this one here is the holly. And you'll also get the joy in there as well. £120 or $159 is your price on that, saving you $51.84 or $68.20 on that. Lots and lots of great deals for you in this show. We're going to look next at the Gemini MIDI, which I'm just going to retrieve from over here. And this is a great, great machine because the wonderful thing about this, it doesn't need any power, so you can craft wherever with this. It's also a brilliant first machine. And the reason for that is that it just uses these folders, which are fantastic. So open the folder up, you put the die and the cardstock inside, you run it through the machine, it cuts out perfectly every time. So there's no sandwich combinations to worry about, which is great. Then what you've also got, this is the machine itself, it suction caps the worktop. It will actually live on top of your standard size Gemini if you've got one too. Really brilliant for small jobs that you might want to do. The mini folders also fit through here, as well as the MIDI folders, so it's worth bearing in mind. It's a really great piece of kit, worth every single penny of that $69.99 or $109.99. They're very, very popular at that price. However, this was one of our cartload special deals, so we are going to throw in a load of freebies for you, which is lovely. So you're going to get all of this included for free. £60 or $71 worth. So I mean, in the UK, that's nearly the cost of the machine. So you've got some of our flowers. It's your Radiant Rose. You've got a wonderful embossing folder, some gorgeous pop-out sentiments. These are some of those shadow sentiments, and you'll get some of our pop-out dies as well. So all of that is coming included whilst we've got this promotion. Come back in a few days, you'll be able to get the machine for that price. You will not get all of the freebies. So do grab it whilst it's on the best possible deal, which is what we definitely want you to go for. Right, next we are going to, I believe we're going to the flowers. The Decoupage tool collection, which is this one just here. So your craft knife in here. This is basically all the tools you're going to need for what we're showing you in this masterclass today. So you've got the tools, the craft knife, you've got the replacement blade in there. You're going to get some pokey tools, and you'll also get some of our tweezers. The tweezers are fabulous because you get 4 different types. You get the flat end, the straight point, the angle point, and the needle point as well. So all of those come together with over 20% off on that particular one, so grab a hold of those. And we are going now back to the flowers. Well, you saw these in the Play Your Crafts Work show a little earlier today, and you absolutely love them. They're really cool. They're a really nice big statement flower. These, I think we bring you lots of different options when it comes to creating flowers, but these, very, very bold. So you've got the lovely lilac. You'll also get the delicate lily, which is that one there. The fragrant sweet pea is that one there. You've got the fabulous fuchsia, timeless carnation, and also the radiant rose as well. A great savings, your best price ever, best ever deal on these, £49 or $55, saving you £40 or $46. Darla says, thank you so much for being on the air. You put a lot of smiles on everyone's faces. What's your shows? Thank you, Darla. That's very nice of you to say. Debbie says, beautiful card. Miriam loved that last card. And Deb says, we love CC and the whole team. Well, we all love you too, Deb, so thank you very much. Right, let's head over to Michelle. Which one of these would you like to take us through, Michelle?
So I'm going to use the timeless carnations, but I definitely will cut out a sweet pea in a little bit.
Okay.
For you to, yeah, because I was just having a look at it, and it's not too obvious when you sort of just seeing it as it is, but if I'll cut them out for you, we'll pop them together and you see how easy it is. But for this particular card, I'd picked the timeless carnations. So again, you see you've got those stamps in there and the dies, and again, they're a real nice, good size. So let me just move that there, there and there. So I'm going to bring in this piece of card, and it's just, it's 7 2 inches by 7 2 inches, because I'm going to make an 8 by 8 card, and I've just come down with some mats and layers. So that is the size this is for now. So what we're going to do is just, where is my scrap piece of paper? Bear with me. Just going to pop that on there. I'm just going to get that off for now. And this. That was a freshly opened pack, that was.
Oh, check
it was
you
lovely.
out.
So nice fresh stamps. So I'm just, I'm going to use my alcohol proof Noir Black for no other reason than it stamps beautifully. I'm not going to colour these in, I'm just going to make a little bit of a background, but I just like the way that this one stamps, so it's entirely up to you. If you're going to colour these in, obviously this is the one that you're going to go for. And if you're not, so if you're going to be using your watercolour, obviously you're going to pick your waterproof ink pad. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly place this and make up my background. Just going to keep inking it up, which is why I've got this under here. Trying to make them sort of random or look like they've just been thrown on randomly is a lot harder than if you accidentally did it. So let's pop that one right in there. I think one more.
Valerie says, hello, Michelle, Joe, and Team Social, and the crafters, all of you lovelies. Thank you, lovely Valerie. Right, I'm going to bring my leaf in now. And then we're going to do the same. The leaf is just going to go in between all those flower bits. I love doing this. I love... Talking about stamping, Debbie says, I have a basic question. What is the best ink to use for sentiment stamping? I never seem to be able to get a clear stamped image from a sentiment.
Well, our quick dries. I mean,
Yep.
if, you know, we've got a black, I think we've got a couple of blacks actually in the quick dries. And then we've got all those colours in there as well. But you can see that I'm using my alcohol proof black one, and you can see how beautifully it's stamping. But the waterproof one does as well. So if I bring just one of the waterproof ones in, if you're not throwing any pens or inks or water, you know, colouring, all of them stamp absolutely beautifully. So if it's just a sentiment, try either of these. Don't think, well, that says it's alcohol, so that's all I, can use it for. You absolutely can't. But I don't know. So there's lots of things. You know, if it's a new stamp, sometimes it's still got a coating left on it from the production. So lots of people will either clean it with just a baby wipe or a bit of soapy water. Or what I tend to do is I tend to prime mine. So what I'll do is when it's a brand new stamp, you saw I didn't with these, I didn't actually need to. But if you've got a new stamp and it hasn't stamped brilliantly, use your watermark ink pad on there. Do I have one to hand to show you? I do. So if you use this one, to prime your stamp with it, so just ink your stamp up with this and stamp it out a few times, obviously on a scrap piece of paper, because it's sticky. So it tends to get rid of anything that's maybe still left on your stamp. And then again, try with your whatever colour ink it is that you're wanting to use. And then if you're still not having any joy, let us know and we'll see what else we can come up with.
Okay, I hope that helps. Anything else that you want to know? You know the drill, you know what to do. Drop us a comment. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. And I say we'll answer, Michelle will answer them for you.
Right, so that is my background. I'm really happy with that. So we're going to pop that to one side, and then what we're going to do is we're still going to stamp these out and actually cut them out and make a flower with them. So let's get the stamps. Turn that over, that was a little bit dirty. So we're just going to lay these on here and stamp them out, and then we're going to die cut these out, just like we did earlier. Oh no.
Debbie says, thank you. I'm going to try the watermark suggestion to prime the stamp first. Yes, let us know how you get on with that, Debbie.
Yeah, I would say out of everything, that tends to be the one that most people, or you see more people suggest, the watermark. I think it's just because it's sticky, and if there's anything left on there from, you know, the production or anything, I think that tends to be the best way to resolve it.
Shelby says, Shirley says too early to eat. Oh, too early to eat. Large cup of coffee. It is. It's never too early to eat, Shelby. Sorry, I'm not buying into that. It's never too hot to eat. It's never too cold to eat. It's never too early. It's never too late.
Do you know what I had flu about 3-4 years ago, but I mean I was like really ill with this flu, and I think if anyone else would have been really ill with that flu, they'd have lost, you know, a good 7-8 pounds. When I'm ill, Ben cooks. He feeds you up, you know, to make you better. And I was ill and actually put weight on.
Oh gosh.
Put weight on. I was like the only person in the history of the world to put weight on with the flu. Oh. But you know what? I'm not complaining. His food's just amazing.
There's never an occasion where I don't want to eat. Ill, you know, I just can always eat. I feel like every situation is improved with food, Michelle.
I think so.
Very few things. Hungover, all I want to do is eat. Absolutely all I want to do is eat.
Right,
not that I am often hungover, obviously.
Of course not.
Michelle loves this. Michelle Nitzhughes really likes this technique. She says, great for making your own papers. Brenda says, after you prime the stamp with the watermark ink, do you then clean the stamp or do you just ink it up over the top?
So I prime it with the watermark, I stamp it off, and then I go back in with my black. Perfect. And then stamp whatever image it is I'm looking for. I don't clean it off or anything.
Could you use the new glue pens for the smaller pieces of these flowers, Robbie would like to know?
Absolutely.
And Alicia says, good mornings and greetings from Arkansas. Enjoying breakfast and coffee, watching my favourite channel. What's for breakfast, Alicia? I'd love to know.
Yes.
And Gilmore says, I agree with you, Joe. Food improves everything, especially chocolate. Always, yes. Especially chocolate.
Absolutely. There's never an occasion where something like chocolate or cake can not make it better.
Absolutely.
Right, so just running those through. These, again, so these are going to go through your mini. Perfect. Because unless you're not going to be cutting into anything with these, you're actually cutting the flower out. So if you wanted to get these and gifting them for Christmas with a mini, for someone, you know, introducing them to crafting, then these are perfect for that. Because again, you don't have to do the 3D effects with these. You can make them just fabulous and flat on a card. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Right, there we go. There are my three petals. Now, just bear with me because I just need to grab my couple of tri-blends. So I'm going to get, I think, the jade green.
Amanda says chocolate and or caramel. I think what you call caramel in the States is what we call fudge. Because I think it's actually, its original name is Russian caramel. So I think that must be what it is.
I think it is.
We're going to go down a rabbit hole now because Caitlin's just asked everyone what their favourite chocolate is. Here we go. Buckle yourself in. It's going to be a bumpy ride, Michelle.
Right, so I've picked up my antique pink tri-blend, so that if you've got your classics, it's the AP 2, 3 and 4. And we're just gonna colour this in. So hence why I used my alcohol proof ink pad. So if you haven't seen these before, if you are new to us, these are brilliant. At the end. No, these are fabulous because you've got those 3 shades of the same colour in the one pen, which makes or takes the guesswork out of having to pick up the correct series of colours. It's all done there for you.
Alicia says Arkansas is saving on bacon and eggs with cheese and also a little Debbie donut stick. What is a Debbie donut stick? Never heard of one. Have you, Michelle?
No. It just sounds intriguing though.
Charlotte's she's going to Google it on the work computer. Be careful, Charlotte. Christine Mahoney says, is it wrong? I already had a double chocolate Klondike ice cream bar. No, it's fine.
No.
It's Saturday. What's the time now in the US? It's about 9:45 in the morning. No. Zoe Carver says Terry's chocolate orange is their favourite. Panda Crafts, it's a dairy milk or a Terry's chocolate orange. Beth says Cadbury's, always Cadbury's is their favourite. And apparently Rhonda says no, fudge is completely different to caramel. There you are. Oh, a donut stick like a Yum Yum. Oh my word, I love a Yum Yum. Did I ever tell you about the time, it wasn't Yum Yums, it was it was donuts, Michelle. So I used to drive a convertible car and I lived about 6 minutes drive from the local supermarket, which was a Tesco. And I don't know what came over me, but I bought 6 jam donuts from the supermarket. Got in the car, it was a very hot day, I had the roof down on the car. Got into the car, the donuts were on the front seat. As I pulled out the supermarket, traffic immediately, never happens, right? So I reached down for one of the donuts, ate it, and I thought, gosh, that was really delicious. And I thought, shall I have another one? I thought, no, I better not, because I'm in an open top car. I thought the person behind me is going to see me munching on the next donut. So do you know what I did? I waited for another car to pull in, different car to pull in behind me before I had the next donut. And in the 25 minutes it took me to get home, I ate all 6 donuts. But only after a new car had joined each time, so the person behind wouldn't see me eat multiple donuts. How silly is that?
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, a whole pack of those sugared ones.
Oh.
In a moment of madness.
Do you know what? Traffic jams, though, can do that to people.
Absolutely. Now I just don't have any food in the car with me. I find it's dangerous.
Especially 6 donuts.
6 donuts, yes. Not a good idea. Laurie says, my favourite is dark chocolate, but any is good. Gilmore says, #hungry. Lint with a creamy chocolate filling for Carolyn. Love that. Lily, it's our very own Lily. Says, good afternoon, Michelle, Joe and Cece's family. Just watching along while sat crafting my craft room. Love these stamps and dies. Lily, where's your craft along? Where's the craft along from Thursday? I was looking on the shelf and we had one missing. Have you found it, Jamie? Have you got it? You've tracked it down? Brilliant. Because I just said, so Michelle Lily said, no, let's just leave it out, won't put it in. I think she thinks she's going to win. And I said, well, no, we've got to. That wasn't how it happened. Brenda says, yay, I just noticed Michelle is a lefty. She is. I'm a lefty as well.
All the best are lefties.
All the best are left. Amanda says, caramel is cooked sugar, little water once it gets to a nice tan colour or certain temperature, then add the cream. Or something like so soft. Like you get in a Cadbury's caramel. That really should have made sense. I just thought it meant something else in the US. I don't know why. Creative Blessings has got a question. She says, I love the tri-blends. I wish they could be refilled. I really like the illustrators because of the brush tip. The classic bullet is good. Can both of these be refilled? The classics and the illustrators can both be refilled, can't they, Michelle? Yeah. Yeah,
definitely. So some people have refilled their tri-blends. It's not something that we recommend, but you definitely, classics and your illustrators absolutely can. I'm just looking now, I've not got a clue which one that one's from. Is that one from a different one? I think it is. Oh, it is. That's absolutely not this one, but that's okay. We'll use it anyway. That one is from, let's have a look. I don't know.
Sandra says, Joe, Toby Carberry breakfast is our new Sunday morning treat. We now have breakfast, then do the weekly shop. They do say don't shop when hungry. See you and Michelle at Morton Park tomorrow, ? Joe. I'd love to say yes, but I am in a very, very intense relationship with my snooze button at the moment, Michelle. Me and that thing are best friends at the moment. I managed to snooze this morning from 7:50 to 9:05.
Nice.
Every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes I woke up and turned it off again. Every 10 minutes I wake up. 7:50, 7:05, 8 a.m. That's not early. Charlotte thinks that's early. There's something that I love, Michelle, about waking up and going back to sleep again.
Yeah.
As strange as that sounds, the idea of like going to sleep for a bit and then waking up again, I just love it. I can snooze. My best snooze-a-thon is about 4.5 hours, I think, from like 9 a.m. through to like gone midday. Love it. My favourite pastime.
I do exactly the same with my snooze button. I snooze quite a lot.
Why did they put snoozes on alarms? Because we never use snooze is a new thing, isn't it? Like, didn't have snooze when we were kids, did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, we just had a little clock that had a bit that popped up at the back and you either turned it on or you turned it off and that was that. Talking about chocolate still, the Ritter's Sport Raisin and Hazelnut Chocolate Bar is Laura's favourite. They are particularly good. What else have we got here? Carolyn says you always need an emergency supply of chocolate or donuts in your car for those situations. You do. I think, yeah, they just don't last is a problem, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You have them in there for an emergency, but I think, you know, just getting in the car is an emergency in itself. And then for...
Traffic jams are a nightmare, that's the problem. They send me over the edge. Jamie, our producer, did something similar with a sausage roll, he's saying. Traffic jam. Wow, 6 sausage rolls. mini ones. Come on, Jamie.
Do you know what? I know the definition of his mini.
So like, that's just not the little mini party sausages. We're talking about, you know, a decent sized sausage. Yeah, but not a jumbo sausage. That would be, you know, that would be gluttonous. Annie Campbell says, that is not weird, Joe. Snoozing is a gift to yourself. I set the alarm earlier just so I have time to snooze a bit. Love that. Absolutely love that. Judy loves an apple or cherry turnover. Alison says, Joe, snoozing makes me more tired from the broken sleep. If I have to be up in the morning, it's like at a decent time, I might do one snooze.
Yeah.
So I know that if I don't know why, it's always sort of, if I need to leave the house it's always on the hour you leave the house ordinarily, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I know really I need to be up at 20 past to be out the house by 9 if I've got to put a few bits together.
Yeah.
And I'll always set the alarm, let's say for 9, knowing I've got to be up at, or say 7, even though I know it's not until 20 past. So usually I'd have 2 snoozes and then I'd get out of bed. It's just too cute. Because what you've got to do, of course, snooze 1, Michelle.
Yeah.
I have to reach over and find the remote to turn the fan heater on from across the room. So that's the first snooze. The second snooze is a social snooze, and then it's time to get up. Rhonda's is a Ferrero Rocher. Sharon, a Heath bar. Never heard of that, have you, Michelle?
No.
And that is a milk chocolate covered toffee bar.
Oh.
And Evelyn likes Lindt Dark, Ritter Squares Nougat. Mine is it's a difficult decision, isn't it? It changes a lot, you know. It used to be a dime bar, but I haven't had one for ages.
No.
I'm quite a fan of a Yorkie raisin at the moment. They're the ones that are in the things at the moment. Is yours still a dairy milk caramel for you, Michelle?
Caramel,
yeah?
but I do like a double decker.
Oh, I love a double
It's
decker.
in the fridge. I like my chocolate in the fridge.
I do like my chocolate in the fridge. I'm a partial to a picnic as well at the moment. The chocolate bar.
Yeah. But for me, I like anything with like a fondant centre, you know, like a strawberry or an orange cream type.
Oh, really?
Love those. For Christmas, Ben bought me a tin of is it Quality Streets, and there was just the strawberries and the oranges in.
Nothing else?
No, because you can order them from somewhere, and you can just specifically pick the ones that you want. So the caramel centres, the strawberry creams. Oh, and I like a coffee cream.
Do you?
I like a mint cream.
All the creams from Michelle.
All the creams.
Caitlin says, chocolate in the fridge, get out. No, chocolate in the fridge is the way forward. I tell you what, Caitlin's come through with an unlikely chocolate hero here. A Milky Way is a seriously underrated bar of chocolate. Yeah, it is. Creative Blessings now, I've really got to have chocolate with a coffee. There's a chocolate bar that they only sell in Australia. You can get it in like certain shops, and it's called a Cherry Ripe. And it is coconut, desiccated coconut, like a Bounty, but it's got cherry flavour going through it. It's pink on the inside, and it's wrapped in dark chocolate. It's a very flat chocolate bar. Absolutely divine, Michelle.
That sounds pretty heavenly.
It is heavenly.
All I'm doing now with these flower petals is I'm shaping them. So I've used my hot glue, and you're going to bring in your bone folder, your little quilling tool, just to put some shape on all of those petal edges. Just going to lift them up because I'm going to add a little bit more. So if I want these to stay a little bit further up, you're going to add a little bit of a foam pad under there to hold it up. Or you can add some hot glue. Again, it's going to hold those petals up, and then it's going to hold these right up. Or you can just have lots and lots of layers on there. So if I'm going to really giving them a scar underneath there just to hold them. So I'm just literally tugging them, but because I've put them on with hot glue, I know it's not going anywhere. And then I'm gonna, now I can't remember where this one's from, but I've coloured it in, so we're going to use it. So again, you can be bringing in all the other foliage from any of your collections that you've got. So let's just, again, put a bit of shape on the edge of those, and we're just going to pop that right under there. So again, a little bit of hot glue.
Alicia loves Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups. We had those. Didn't we, in the vending machine for a little while? They're not there anymore.
Oh, did we?
Sandra says, Joe, if you cut a cake in half, then eat both pieces, does it count as 2 cakes? If you cut a cake in half, then eat both pieces, does it count as 2 cakes? I don't know, Sandra. It's the same cake, isn't it?
Well, firstly, if it fits on a plate, it's just 1 piece.
Right. How big's the plate, though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dinner plate, serving plate.
Val says, don't have much choice. Is allergic to dairy, unfortunately.
Oh.
But do like vegan Galaxy chocolate. I didn't know there was a vegan Galaxy chocolate. Or is all Galaxy chocolate vegan? Who knows? Maybe it's made with oil and not milk. You never know. Brenda says, I used to get my English chocolates when I would go to Bermuda every year, but then a local supermarket started carrying English chocolate. Well, what is your favourite, Brenda? Sandra says, I like the skinny bars, lots of kinds and not too many calories. I don't think I've seen those. Have you, Michelle?
No, definitely not. There we go. So I turn that round.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Because you can see it's quite easy to get some depth on those flowers.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? And that paper background, I think, is such an effective technique, Michelle.
Yeah.
Always. And you could do a whole host of different stamps, can't you?
Definitely.
Let me recap then exactly what you're getting in. It is the best ever price on these, which is amazing. So you've got your lovely lilac, which is that one there. You're also getting the delicate lily. Oh, this one here is your fragrant sweet pea. You've also got the fabulous fuchsia. This one here is a timeless carnation. And you've got the radiant rose in there as well. £49 or $55 to get a hold of all of those, saving you £40 or $46 which is brilliant. Under £40 or $45 as a platinum member. Right, I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. We're going to be back with you in a few moments. So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Debbie's magical essence. It's almost like, you know, the magic beans that Jack sort of stole from the giant. That's what it reminds me of. Don't know, such a lovely clip that. So lovely to see so many of our incredible viewers as well there. We're going to take a little journey back in time to yesterday when we launched these, myself and Michelle. It was the reveal window stamp and dies for you. These are excellent because they are, I think, first and foremost, this time of year, you're going to be thinking about advent calendars with these. But what they do is they enable you to make an openable, perforated window in anything you like. So you're going to get the curves with this. You will also get the rectangles and you've got the squares. Does this remind anyone else of like a fondant fancy, this one just here?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. I was trying to think what it was. Oh, I love a fondant fancy, Michelle. Delightful, aren't they? And again, yes. 3 different sizes you get there. You get the matte as well as the actual window die within there too. So brilliant value for money. Platinum members are looking at £24 or $28. 60% of these has already gone. So do be quick for them if you want them. Michelle's got some ways in which we can use these, I believe.
I have. So I've got all the samples next to me. So this is a box. So again, you can be putting these on your box. You can see that it's on the front and you've got that lovely tear here or open here, whichever one you want. And then I think Lily did this for a little post on our Crafters TV page. So very simple, so let me just pop it up. So you're just going to be opening it up and you're getting a sneaky peek of what is in your box. So yeah, boxes, cards, bags, tags, definitely on your tags. So this one, it goes this way, I think, and it's got I love me. No, I love you underneath. So you're going to be putting any kind of sentiment, anything under there. These are going to be gender reveals. They're going to be invites, wedding invites. I mean, look at that one. That's one of our really big, bold, beautiful sentiment stamps that we've got. So you're absolutely going to have a lot of, is that one open? I do like it when they're open. There you go. Again, so you can see how big the biggest one is to be able to fit that big sentiment stamp underneath. Let's have a lift. There you go.
Oh,
for somebody
cute.
Special. So you can see you've got that beautiful perforation on there that allows you to pop them open. And this one, so this one has been used as the stepper or the stop for the easel. So you're going to be bringing all of your makes. You can be absolutely using these on anything and everything that you, and you're going to be wanting to. But absolutely perfect time of year that we've brought these out because they are absolutely perfect for any kind of advent calendar that you are going to want to be making.
Or an advent box, Michelle, as you made
yeah.
yesterday, which is we've got just here. How incredible is this huge advent box that Michelle's made? And it's got a really cool lid, shaker lid. Shake a lid on there as well. So again, that's one of so many different things that you could be making with those. They are super cool, those. So do not miss out on them. As I said, 60% of the stock of that has already sold out and gone. So do not miss out. Let's take you though back to these, the floral decoupage, the winter floral. So this one here. Is your festive bows. Now remember how these work. They're three different items these. So you've got the stamps, the pad and the dies. Take the die, place it over the pad and cut it out, and this is what you'll end up with once it's all nicely layered up. Loads of dimension there on those. Or what you can do is stamp the image out and use the dies to cut it out, and this is the kind of thing that you will create. You can of course use just the stamps on their own if you want to. That's the festive bows. You'll get the poinsettia delight. Then you've got your winter roses. And this one here as well is your candle lit Christmas. 100 and oh, look at me shortchanging you. I haven't showed you your words, have I? You're going to get all of these nice big concept word dies included too. So you've got Noel, which is that one just there. You have also got snow. Then you've got the holly, and you've also got joy. Now they're available as well in their smaller collection. So you can get stamps, dies, pad, and one of the letters. And there's 4 of those collections available for you. You'll have to go over to the website to check those out. Any questions you've got about these, get them into us and I will pop them across to Michelle and ask you. Oh, here they are. Let's take you through those smaller collections right now. 34.35 or 44.95. That's your festive bows. It's coming along with the holly. You've also got the floral poinsettia, the poinsettia delight, sorry, that's coming along with the Noel. You've got the roses there, winter roses comes along with the snow. And you've also got the candle lit, and that is coming along with the joy. So they are the options for you. Best value is when you get all of them together, but there is something for every price point in this show. Don't think I got the answer to the birthday die from yesterday's sample. What collection is that from? The birthday die from yesterday's...
Yes. So I think, have I just shown it? I have.
I'm not sure what Michelle...
It was this one. So I did say I would find out where it was from. So it's that die.
I think that's quite an old one.
So I remember it because I know I've got it at home. I think I did ask someone out there.
Are they called Swirling Sentiments?
It very much maybe, yeah.
I think
someone
they
watching
might be
actually now might know.
Sorry, someone might know, yeah. Do let us know.
It normally says on the back, and all it says on the back is just a happy birthday die.
Yeah. I think they might be called Swirling Sentiments. I don't know why. That's where my brain has gone. Creative Blessing says, Joe, can we put just the stamps and dies alone? You can, yes. Everything from this collection is available individually for you over on the website, yes. Or you can get them in those smaller collections. Joy, Holly and Noel can be personalised cards with someone's name. Absolutely. They can. Do you know a Noel or a Joy or a Holly? You can absolutely make them a personalised card. Jamie's saying that his sister-in-law. He actually said, little girl's missus, but I didn't think you'd understand what that means. His sister-in-law and his niece are called Holly and Ivy. There you are. And what are they going to call the new one? Stan is the new one that's on the way.
I like that.
Love that. It's good solid name, isn't it? Stan or Stanley. Any questions you've got about this or anything else in the show, of course, get them across to me. But we're going to go back to Michelle. She's got more inspiration for us on these now. Which one are we going to look at this time?
I have. So we're going to be using the holly this time. So again, I've got all the bits out that correspond to the holly. I've got my my pad. I've already got one out here, so I won't pop that open. But that is the decoupage pad. This is the die to go with it. And then this again, so this is your actual main bit, your big word die. So we're going to pop that to the side for now, and we will do the decoupage bit, die cutting all this out. So again, you can see each piece has got that little notch. When you turn it over, they're all numbered, so so easy to be able to just pop this on here and know exactly where everything's going and it's in the right place. So number 2, and again each one is numbered. I love this one. This bow on here is quite decadent. Is that the word? Never know if I'm saying these big words correctly. So take that down, and then the last one. And I'm going to add an extra little bit of tape to that bottom one because I don't want it to move when I'm running it through this time. So let's just pop that on there. And again, that tape, your low tack tape, I use it again and again because it's quite a high tack, low tack tape. You just keep using it. So each roll, so when I think they come in packs of 3, so it's going to last you for absolutely ages. I mean, I've had mine, but you can see, so the thing is, you'll know yourself, you're going to be just, use it more than one time. It's not as if you use it once and then throw it away and feel like it's a bit of a waste, because it's not. But the only thing is, so I take it off of here and I stick it on the desk next to me. And then sometimes I forget that it's there. And at the end of the day, I end up with it all up my sleeve here, tape, because I've lent on it and forgot it's there. But see, that's how good the tape is. It sticks to you. So let's get all these off. Right, let's pop all these bits out.
I guess these are something you really could just sit and make up, Michelle, you know, just have a good stash of them ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of these things that you're going to sit, you sort of going to watch TV on a night or crafters TV on a night, and you're going to be batch making things like this. Let's just pop those to the side. So again, we're going to pop this together. Let me bring in my little ones. And again, it's entirely up to you if you want to put some movement onto this, or if you want to pop them on flat, because they look beautiful either way. But if you just a tiny little bit, almost makes it look. So just a tiny little bit.
I was really concerned about Jamie. He said he's seeing little crabs. So I was thinking, gosh, what's going on in there?
I think it's them. I think they look like little pinchers.
Ah, I see. Thought he was losing his mind for a moment. My question was, oh yeah, what ink to use on the flower stamp with the flower forming foam? Yes, could you use the stamps from the previous florals to stamp on foam? I don't see why not. Michelle, do you? If so,
No.
what ink would you use?
So if I was going to stamp onto foam, I would probably use my quick dry.
Yeah.
For the foam.
There you are. Hope that helps.
I was just trying to think if I'd use one of the others, but I wouldn't. If you're going to use the others you're gonna, so when I'm making foam flowers, I use my water reactive ink on the edges and then roll them, but you end up with that all over your fingers. But if you're gonna actually stamp and want the stamped image to stay, I would say your quick dry.
Brilliant, hope that helps for you. Michelle Knits For You says, do we still have those dies, the swirly ones? I haven't seen them for a very long time, Michelle. I'll have a little look for you on the website, stay there.
That always happens to me. I see something that I really, really want and I can no longer get it. But I think there was quite a few in that collection, wasn't there? There wasn't just the happy birthday. There was a few other sentiments along with it. So again, all you can see, all I'm doing is keeping my foam pads quite into the centre so it doesn't affect that curving of it. And then this last one, I'm just going to snip one of these in half.
No, it doesn't seem we have them, I'm afraid. Who knows, maybe in a rare, maybe we'll find, maybe in a warehouse clearance at some point, but yes, no, I don't think we do have them. They were really popular a couple of years back, I seem to remember.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. They're just in a really good size, aren't they? There we go. So that is my little wreath all made up. So let's pop that to the side for now. And we're going to bring in this main piece. And again, so we're going to make the card, or we're going to pop this onto a card base this time. So we're going to, so I've used my Winter Whites collection with this. So all this is from, well, this is from the Winter Whites, and so is this. And I know that these are red, but they go beautifully because you bring in those golds and those greens really tie in beautifully with that green card there. So let's just pop that on there. I'm going to double tape everything now because I don't want anything to move.
Michelle Knits For You says, I've got a 2-hour drive once this show is over. Where are you off to, Michelle? I'd love to know, just because I'm being nosy, really. Very busy on these at the moment. Remember, you've got options of going for them. You can go for this deal, which is on your screen, which gets you absolutely everything, or you can go for them in their individual collections as well. So they're broken down into 4 smaller ones for you. So definitely check the website out for those if you want to go for a little bit small, a bit of a try-me kit, maybe. Why do I see Humpty Dumpty when I look at it from the back?
Oh, I do. I see that.
It's a big egg sat on a wall. Not from the front. Once it's cut and it's got the layer over, it's just got a bit of a Humpty Dumpty vibe to it, isn't it?
Yes. I love that. So I'm just going to cut that top bit off again because I'm not having it, keeping it attached. I'm not making a base with it. We're going to make something different with it. So then I'm going to bring this in. So I used some of this yesterday. So this is from the 8x8 Hummingbird paper or card resist pad. I just love it. I think it's just beautiful. You can tell that I've recently got a new desk and I've discovered lots of stuff in my stash that I forgot I had. And I forgot I had this paper pad. Hence why I used it yesterday and I'm using it today. But it's just, it's perfectly so. Even though it's the like I was saying earlier, even though this is the Hummingbird card pad, the 8x8 one, it goes perfectly with this Christmas-inspired card, and the same with most of your pads. You will find something in there that goes perfectly with what it's not intended for. Which is, I think, the good thing, because I know I always quote Debbie Robinson, but we all do say it. We want something that we can use for lots of different things, not a one-trick pony. And your paper pads absolutely do that.
Michelle Knits For You says, I was in Atlantic City for a concert. Johnny Gill and Ralph Trevant from New Edition. I'll be headed back home soon. I have no idea who those people are, but I hope you had a lovely time, Michelle.
No. Right,
Where is Atlantic City? I'm going to have a look on the map, Michelle.
In the gold. We're going to matte and layer that. I'm going to put, again, a nice, lovely drop shadow on. I don't know where she's been or who she's been to see, but it did sound very exciting.
Atlantic City, it's in the state of New Jersey. Oh, it's right, have a guess where it is. It's right on the Atlantic coast. Funny that, isn't it? There we are.
So again, all I'm doing is just gluing these up. My drop shadow was nearly an up shadow. If it goes to the top and not the bottom, what is it called? It's not a drop shadow, is it?
If it goes for the what?
If your shadow, it goes to the top rather than the bottom.
I think it's just a shadow then, isn't it?
Okay, that would make sense, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome anytime, always happy to help.
And then again, just gluing this one on. And then onto here. Oh dear. Do you know what? I don't half love my job.
You love your job, do you?
I do, yeah. For many reasons.
I'm just tired of being abused today, to be honest, Michelle. Honestly, it's all that happens, isn't it?
She does it with love.
I tried to just lay down for just 2 minutes earlier just to get away from her. And in she comes, light on, light off, light on, light off. She sits on the sofa, fidget, 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 light on, light off. I was like, oh, it's lovely to see you, Charlotte. Really lovely to see you. Don't hurry back.
I love that. Right, so let's pop that to the side just to dry. So I've got my holly, I've got my wreath. So we're going to pop this card base together. So you can see that I've used the A3 again, the A3 paper pads or card pads that we've got on the show today. So this is 9 inches by 10, just folded in half and then folded it back. We're going to do a reverse easel. So you can see I've used the winter whites, but I'm using the back of it. It's just got that little bit of pattern on there, which I wanted. I felt there was too much pink in it for it to be able to sort of go with that. But on the back, I think it just looks beautiful. It goes perfectly.
Sandra wants to know, are you finding your new desk?
Oh, I'm loving it. Thank you. And so are the kids. Alice has been doing her homework at it. So has Oliver. Ben has had his knitting machine on it. So everyone's used. So it's good that it's getting used while I'm not there as well.
So is it like once you're in, like the Queen is in residence, no one's allowed to use it then, like everyone's got to clear off?
Yeah, if I have to do my prep for work, yeah, I do claim the desk and I'm like, you know, I have to do work. So you have to, you know, clear off.
Michelle, it's you, says, Joe, you never heard a new edition? They sung Candy Girl, Popcorn Love, and Is This the End? I haven't heard of them, but Popcorn Love is something that I feel resonates with me. I do love popcorn, but no, I'm afraid I haven't. Have you heard of those songs, Michelle? I've
heard of New Edition.
Sorry?
I've heard of New Edition, but I couldn't tell you any of their songs. Well, I can now, obviously. But for me, sometimes I have to hear a song to think, oh, yeah, I know who
I mean, I'd play some on my phone for us, but we'd have to pay the rights, I'm afraid.
What was Bobby Brown was in it? In New Edition,
like the guy that makes the makeup?
No.
That's the only Bobby Brown I know.
Wasn't he married to Whitney Houston?
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, of course.
Bobby Brown is from that group. He was with Whitney Houston. He was Whitney Houston's husband, even.
Yeah, because wasn't he in it as a child? Wasn't they like when there was?
I don't know.
kids?
I'm going to have to Google it, aren't I? Christine Mahoney's found that sentiment and she's put the product code in. I wonder if GEM hyphen M. Is it hyphen when it's the. Is that a hyphen? The dash?
Dash, I think so.
I think so. Okay. GEM -MD-EXP-HBDAY. There you go, that's it. She's good, isn't she?
She really is. I think she knows them off by heart, you know. I bet she was just like, yep, I know the product code for that, and didn't even have to Google it.
Probably didn't know, probably knew it off by heart.
What am I doing? Right, so this, we're going to pop this on here, and I'm going to just glue the top and that, because that is going to sort of be my reverse easily bit. So let's just, again, I'm going to use this because I'm using the pearlescent card. So again, I'm doing this by eye. You might want to, or you might be just as good or even better by eye than I am. And if you are, then absolutely go for it. There we go. So because the green is just above that glitter there, it almost looks like it's attached rather than it not being attached.
Teresa says, isn't Bobbi Brown makeup made from a lady? I hope it's not made out of actual ladies, but yeah, I think Bobbi Brown could be a lady. I'm not sure. Bobbi is a... What's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say gender neutral, but I'm not sure that's right. It sounds more like a toilet, doesn't it, than a person? Unisex, thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
So this is my full piece, and rather than having it on here, I'm going to pop it here. So what I've done is I've just die cut, just out of some, it's just the Centura Pearl, just an extra base piece that I'm going to glue on there, just to give that a little bit of extra stability, because I'm debating whether to have the whole thing raised or not. So if I pop it on and I decide against it, it doesn't really matter. Because this is going to be used as my stopper, was my point to what I was just saying. So let's put that on there. So let me just test that out. No, it's going to be way too far back, so it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is I'm going to glue this flat. Pop it on there.
We're down a new edition black hole in the comments. We really are, Michelle.
Yeah, I'm thinking that there was very much like a New Kids on the Block when they first came out. They were quite young.
1978 they were formed.
Yeah. As soon as Jamie said Bobbi Brown, I knew exactly who they meant. And then, so I do have that second one, so I'm going to pop it on there, exactly where it's supposed to be. And again, I'm not going to put it on any extra foam pads, just going to pop it straight on. And then all these different heights that I've got here, means that I can have this stood a little bit more proud or a little bit flatter down. Let me just give that a good burnish. So I'll move those. If I turn this around for you, then you've got all those different elements, those different heights on there that allow it to act as my stopper. So if I bring that a bit further forward, look, I can have it straight right behind the bow. Again, entirely up to you. But there you go.
Amazing, absolutely stunning.
Not a gem in sight.
Sorry?
And not a gem in sight.
You were going to put a gem on, weren't you? You
Yeah.
didn't, because I pointed it out.
It was really hard to not put one on.
Go on, put one on. Go on, put one on. I just feel like Michelle's not going to sleep tonight. And also, I've got to share a house with her and there might be repercussions, so I think it's best you just put the gem on Michelle.
I think so. Put them on exactly where we're going to do it as well. Do you know, sometimes it just finishes it off for me. Even if it's only one gem on a bow somewhere, I just love a good gem. There you go. Oh, see how much better that looks.
It does. It really, the world, all is right in Michelle's world again.
Absolutely.
Let me run you back through these then. So you've got, this is a whole collection you're looking at here, of course. That's a festive bows, which are those ones just there. The Poinsettia Delights. We've also got the Winter Roses. And we've got then the Candlelit Christmas as well. And then you'll get the statement words involved too. So the statement words is Noel. You'll also get snow, holly, and you've got joy there as well. £96 or £127.20. Remember, they are arranged into 4 smaller collections as well. So if you want to get them, you absolutely can. The best way to get the best value is to go for all of them. If you go over to the Shop the Show button on the home screen of the website, then you will be able to hit that button. You'll see the 4 smaller collections there for you. Teresa says, 1978, you weren't even born yet, Joe. I wasn't. I was 8 years off being born yet. Teresa's another beautiful card. Michelle, it's for you, says lovely. Alicia says beautiful card. And Amanda says, so nice that card is. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Now, talking of value, let me bring in this for you because this is one of our deals that we had on Cartload earlier this week. And most of the deals tend to stay live whilst we've got stock for about 48 hours. So that's exactly, so you're coming sort of towards the end of your chance to get a hold of this. But let me share with you what's in here. It's a really great discovery bag, maybe, if you've not had much stuff from our Spectrum Noir range. I mean, even if you have, you want to get involved and stock up, then this is brilliant. Also, you might want to put some of this away as Christmas gifts as well, because the saving here, £62.99. You get glitter markers, you get aqua markers, you're going to get some of our amazing tri-blend brush pens. We've got art liners in here for you as well. There's illustrators and acrylic paint pens too. Then you've also got a couple of ink pads in here. It might be a contents may vary. You know, you might get a couple of different colours or something like that. Then you've also got blending sponges and one of our card front colouring pads. So all of that should come to £102 or $149. Today you save £62 or $99, and Platinum members can pick that up £32 or $40. Sensational value for money, it really, really is. Don't miss out on that. Also, don't miss out on this, our deluxe tote bag that we've got available for you as well. This has been so incredibly busy. Now, it always is busy at the full price. So I'm right in thinking, Jamie, this is the cost of the bag on its own. Is it $34.99 or $39.95? So that's what the bag would normally cost you. All of these central parts are removable, so you can take those out, use it as one big space if you want to, so you can store something like your Gemini Junior in there. You can get A4 cardstock in here. You can take maybe just these panels out if you want to and create 3 different slots for A4 cardstock. You've got, it's really customizable, which is amazing. Then you've got the 3 different pockets on the front. You've got a big slip pocket there as well on that side. Round this side, we've got a really lovely big zipped pocket there as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got 2 big gusseted pockets this end, 2 on that end too, and it's got a really nice solid base as well, which is fantastic. So it's brilliant, brilliant quality, and we sell lots of them at that higher price. The straps are padded as well, which is always nice. Let's share with you though the £55 or $73 worth of freebies you're going to get included. So this one here, you're going to get some of our liftables in there. We've got creator cards, sentiment stamps, edgeables, floral stamps, some balloon sentiments, oh, hello, and even a 3D embossing folder for you in there too. All of those you will get for free. If you come back and buy this in a couple of days, for $34.99 or $39.95, you will just get the bag. However, if you're grabbing it today, you are guaranteed to get those freebies worth £55 or $73. Don't miss out on that. We absolutely want you, as always, to get the best price you possibly can. Amanda says, bows and roses have gone into my massive bulging wish list. Sandra says, until now it's been a pleasant sunny day. Now the white fluffy clouds are being covered by black ones and the sun is hiding more. Ooh. I can feel the temperature drop. It's going to be chilly tonight, you know. I have a feeling, yeah. I can feel it in my bones. Judy says, what a fantastic card. Minnie Mink says, Joe, I got this bag in the Spectrum Noir kit on Thursday, arrived today, and honestly, such good value for both of the kits. They really, really are. We're going to go back to the Decoupage flowers, is where we are going back to, because they're a brilliant deal, these. They are on their best ever price, which is sensational, and that means you are getting all of them for that price with a £40 or $46 savings. You've got lovely lilac. This one here is the delicate lily. Then you've also got your fragrant sweet pea there. This is a fabulous fuchsia. You've got the timeless carnation, and you've also got the radiant rose in there as well. £49 or $55 to get a hold of them, saving you £40 or $46, which is amazing. Which one of these are we going to take a look at then, Michelle?
Well, it was going to be the lovely lilac, but I'm going to do the sweet pea because
okay.
Who asked? I'm sorry, terrible with names.
I will try
Yes.
to see who asked. I cannot remember at this moment in time.
Pop this one together. I think out of all of them, you can look at this one and think, I'm not really sure how that one goes together. So we'll do it. We'll pop it together, and then you can see it's not as hard as it looks. So I'm going to pop those pieces on there because that's obviously my green bit, my leaf, my foliage, and those 3 pieces are going to be my petals. So I'm just going to spread them out so I can get the dies round them. So I'm just using some of our textured cardstock for this. I think it's a nice way because you're going to be doing a little bit more manipulating with these. So using a bit of a thinner cardstock or a thick paper is just going to be a little bit better, a little bit easier for you to do it with it. So don't be stamping this out on our 300 GSM card and then not being able to get the effect you want. I think this 250, so it is 250 GSM, the textured cardstock, isn't it?
Yes,
I don't think
indeed.
it's much more than that. It's not more than that. That for me, between 200 and 250 is sort of a perfect weight for a flower that you want to sort of manipulate. So let's just stamp that back out. There
The thing about these is they're just so big, aren't they, compared to other flowers that are out there. You know, bring you a lot of foam flowers. They're generally, you know, quite often a lot smaller than this in size.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to get these big statement ones.
It is. And do you know what? It is just nice because you only need to pop one on a card, and because it's a nice big statement piece, it's going to look amazing. So let's pop these on here. And again, we're just going to line these up with the lines on the outside. You can see it just lines up perfectly. That one looks like a starfish.
Sorry?
That one looks like a starfish.
Yeah, it's a flower though, yeah?
Yeah. Well, this is the bit that sort of goes underneath the flower.
Right.
So it's the leaves that are around the flower, and then when it opens, it's that bottom bit. I don't know what it's called. It's probably got a name.
The flowery bit.
The flowery bit, yeah. We'll go with that. There we go. And then onto these. So my husband, before we moved to Norfolk, grew a garden full of sweet peas.
Really?
All up the side of our shed, all up the front of it. They just encapsulated it, and they smell amazing. The most beautiful
How big are they in
smells.
real life?
So they sort of grow vine-like. So
But
they
the
grow all
flowers,
the
are
way
the
up.
flowers sort of this sort of size?
Roughly this size. I think you
Yeah.
can get some a bit bigger, but I would imagine that Ben's probably typing a reply as they are, as it right now. Ben, how big are sweet peas in real life? But
I've
the thing
got
is,
a
you
house
get
plant
hundreds
that's-
on there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've got a house plant. I can't tell you what it is. It's a alocasia something, I don't know. It looks really miserable in the when it's the summertime, Michelle, middle of the summer. It is the most beautiful plant, and then as soon as we get to the end of August, it just looks like it's on its way out, and it sits there looking miserable all year until we get to about May. Then it bursts back to life. But they're not meant to flower, and mine's flowering.
Oh.
Part of the plant has started flowering, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Oh, I don't know.
They're not meant to flower, apparently.
And you've made it flower.
I've
You've
made
got
it
to
flower.
Well, there must be at some point then.
Because my friend seems to think they only flower when they're happy.
Well, that makes sense. But no, I'm the last person to ask. I can kill a plastic plant.
You what, sorry?
I says I could kill a plastic plant.
Charlotte's just sent me some pictures of her sweet peas. Where did you pick those from, Charlotte? Oh, how cute. Oh, Charlotte's neighbour picked some and gave them to her. How lovely.
Right, so these are my 3 bits. My foliage bits, and these are my 3 petal bits. Where's my stamping mat? So I'm going to bring this in, and we're just going to give these some definition. Ball tool. So I'm just going to start, like I normally do, by pulling it in from the edges, and you can see straight away you get some movement in that card. Right, so where is this? So using your ball tool, using your bone folder or this, I'm just gonna, anything that like this, I always use my poker tool to do this. I just find it the easiest. I'm just gonna curve that edge of the petal just round my poker tool.
Zoe's carver has suggested maybe it's flowering before it dies. I don't think it would flower before it died, would it?
I wouldn't have
Unless
thought
it's a very dramatic flower, which it may well be. Very dramatic, a very dramatic plant, sorry.
One last hurrah before it goes on its way. I don't know, maybe you've just done such a good job that
it just looks so miserable, that's the problem. And it's beautiful in the summer. Actually, it's a lot like me. Beautiful in the summer and quite miserable throughout the winter.
Right, so this one was my sort of bigger one, and I'm just going to layer this one over the top, but I'm going to sort of alternate it. So I'm going to put the smaller piece to the top so it sort of layers over it. So again, let me just have a little bit of a play about with it. Where's this? Let me just... So if you have ever seen a sweet pea plant, they've got lots of curly leaves. They are absolutely a stunning plant. So I'm going to pop that in the middle. So what you can do, again, so if you want more height or depth on this, where are my little ones? I'm just going to bring in one of these, and I'm going to pop that in the middle. You could use your glue gun, but you're not gonna, it's just gonna stick it to it. It's not gonna give you that extra height that I'm looking for here. So I'm gonna pop that on there. And then straight away you can see you've got some depth and height on there. And then this one, what you can do with this one is exactly the same. You can pop that over the middle. You can just angle it a little bit, or you can, so let me just do this a minute. So I'm just sort of wanting to break those fibres a little bit, bend them so I can do a little bit more manipulation with this. So I'm almost going to sort of concertina it. So I'm going to fold it both sides, sort of in and out, and you get more of a, you see, I'm sort of almost making an M shape with it. And I'm going to do the same with this side. Just going to fold it in and out, in and out.
Rhonda says several plants flower when they are stressed, apparently. Oh. Maybe it's not doing well in that case.
Oh, no. So you can see, I've just done a bit of concertina in with those 2 petals there. Oh, they're there. So I'm looking for them and they're there, look. So again, I'm going to pop that in the middle. It gives me that little bit of extra height. And I'm going to pop that on. There you go. So this is going to sort of, if you was having this on your card, so let me bring this one in. So if I really shushed that up, I mean, I've done this on some 300 GSM, so it's not really going to do it, and brought those petals up as if it was a bud opening up, that is where you would glue that piece onto the bottom. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
You would have more of a bud-esque. If I turn that way for you, you see?
Oh yeah.
If you was making that more of a bud, but if you're making it more as the open petal, it's going to be like that. You can sit it back on there, but you're not going to see it, so there's no point. But that is sort of literally it. And then you've got this. This is going to go flat onto my card. I'm going to pop that up there, and I'm going to have that little tendril coming out. And that is it. You can pop a little gem in the middle if you want to, but it's just about manipulating those petals and getting a little bit of height on there. So yeah, looking at that when it's just on your card, it looks a bit, you're like, how does that work? But you could see how easy that is. Again, just that bit of manipulation, which again is why I use the texture cardstock, because it's a lighter GSM. So I'll bring in the card that I was originally going to do, and we'll pop it on there, because I've done it in the same colours. So I'm just gonna, I've just got a nice 5x7 card. Have I done a normal size card? I've done a 5x7 card, look at that.
Yeah, so apparently some plants seed, they flower to produce seed because they're about to die.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. Someone bought it for me. I've had it about 2 years now. I've just managed to nurse it through and keep it going.
Oh, well, it's had an
Maybe
extra...
there is a plant hospital opposite my house. It's a florist and homeware shop, but they actually are like a plant hospital. So you have a problem with your plant, you can just take it over there and they'll look after it for a few days, sort of nurse it back to health.
Really?
What was that suggestion, Charlotte? Well, because then I wouldn't have any at home. Why don't I just give them all? Because it cost me a fortune. Well, I have several plants, Charlotte, most of which are doing well. Just this one particular one at the moment.
Do you know what? I've had plants. I've always had house plants, and I've never, ever been any good at keeping them alive. I mean, Ben's brilliant. He's got green fingers, but me, I've got, what's the opposite of green fingers?
Dead fingers.
Yes. It's about right. So the one that I was going to use is the lovely lilac, and I've used the die, the flower die, just to cut that out. It should be that way, really, shouldn't it? Because I think I've got it on. I thought, does it really matter which way it goes on? I don't think it does it? Let me just look for my... So, yeah, so I've just cut an aperture with it out. I've backed it in black, and we're just going to raise it up. Oh, I almost broke out into song again then.
Which one were you singing?
Is it a Boyzone or Westlife song?
Sorry? Oh, no, I was thinking Kinky Boots. Got the feeling and it raise you up. That was what I was thinking. What were you thinking, Michelle?
The Westlife song.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I know.
Kind of sums it all up.
I've no idea how that goes. Do you know what? When I sing these songs in my head, I am pitch perfect. But when it comes out of my mouth, it's like something happens, and I'm the opposite of pitch perfect.
Would you do karaoke if, like, you go on a night out and there's loads of people doing karaoke?
Only if I've had a little drink.
Right, okay.
And only at, peer pressure. You
Right.
know, if everyone's like, come on, get up with us, then I get up with everyone. And normally I mime, pretend that I'm singing when I'm really not. Because it's just, I really wouldn't do that to anyone. I would never do that. So this is the piece that I've cut out, stamped it up. I'm just gonna, and again, I should have put this on before I just taped that one down, but it really doesn't matter. It's gonna wiggle in place. So just popping it through. Where's my pokey tool? So I think my lesson for you sort of these past couple of days is, even if you have gone so far with your card you think that you can't do what you were setting out to do, you can. Because there we go, look, it's popped in. Oh, it's popped in lovely. So then what I'm going to do is we'll embellish it with that beautiful sweet pea. So that is just, again, that is the tendrily thing. Again, it's probably got a name, but tendrily thing will do. So let's just pop that up the side there. And I suppose, you know, they are flowers, they are cards. You can mix and match these flowers together. There's nothing to say, absolutely, that you can't do that. I'm going to pop that on there. So I'm going to use a bit of glue gun again for this. Make sure it stays on. Pop that up there. Just hold it for a second. There's my little tendril. Pop that on as well. So I know what that's for because I remember Ben growing them. So this little tendril is the ones that come out for it to hold on to whatever it's up against. So if you've got it up against the shed, those are the tendrils that come out and grab and spread. Oh, it reminds me of Day of the Triffids. Well, that's what they had, all tendrils on them and stuff. You know what I mean. Was that just a British English thing, or
I think it might have been. I've never seen it, but yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard it referred to in jokes.
When I was younger, when the original one was out, it terrified me. I don't know if I accidentally saw it or if Mum and Dad was watching it and we was allowed to watch it. I don't know, but I remember being terrified of those Triffids. And then they did a remake, didn't they? It had...
Is a Triffid a kind of flower?
I think so. Some sort of plant-type scary thing.
I'd quite like to get a Venus flytrap, you know.
Do you know what? I love going to the garden centre and just, yeah, make them all shut.
Do you?
Sort of, yeah, I'm that one.
Very clever, isn't it?
It really is. If you think about it, some of the things that flowers and plants can do is incredibly clever. That does need a gem in the middle. I think if flowers and plants could really do a Day of the Triffid thing and sort of take over, I think we'd be pretty much, yeah, I think they'd definitely take over. I think we'd be, trying to think of the word. Up the creek without a paddle.
Jesus, Michelle.
What? The creek's a river, isn't it?
It is.
Did you think I was going to say something else?
We all know what you meant to say, what you wanted to say. You didn't leave much imagination there.
Right, so if I turn this round, that is that beautiful sweet pea that I've put on there, and you can see it looks amazing. So really, it's just a bit of squishing with it. So I hope that helped whoever it was who asked how that one works.
Yes, I certainly do hope so. Let me share with you then the what you're going to get in this collection. Remember, it is the best ever price for you. So you've got your lovely lilac, which is that one there. This one is your delicate lily. You've got your fragrant sweet pea, fabulous fuchsia, timeless carnation, and also the radiant rose there as well. £49 or $55. Let's do that card of the show then, Michelle.
Oh, right. Let me just get them all. I was getting them all and then got distracted. I don't remember which I started with, so we'll go with that one. So number 1 is Joy. Number 2 is Holly. Number 3 is Sweet Pea. And number 4 is, it's a carnation, isn't it, that one?
Beautiful. Really lovely. Get your votes in. I want to recap this luxury mix cardstock for you as well. It's a buy 2, get 1 free on this. So $39.98 or $45.50 is your price, saving you $19.99 or $23.35. You've got 3 different colour tones here. You get it in the pearl and also then in the glitter. So it's a double-sided pearl and the single-sided glitter in each of the colours. That is the rose, the regal rose gold that you've got just there. I love the word for cardstock is Kartenlager in Kartenlager. Yeah, we've also got glittering gold here as well. Beautiful. And then in the glitter there as well. Snap those up, $39.98, $45.50 if you want to get a hold of those. We've then got as well the midi. This is we're going to call this a cartload hangover deal. We've still got this across on the website at the moment. Brilliant value. They're always popular at the higher price. So $69.99 or $109.99 is what you'd normally pay just to get the machine on its own. You'll find it week in, week out over there on the website. Very popular. 6x9 size platform, so it's exactly the same as your Gemini Junior. However, the big fundamental difference with this is that it is a manual machine. So you don't need any power to use this whatsoever. You're just going to take your shim, that's not going through, I've got two of them. Take your folder as well, open that up and pop your die and your cardstock inside. So you don't have any sandwich combinations to worry about. So it makes it very, very easy and simple to use, which is fabulous. So you will get the purple plastic shim included too. Brilliant value at that price, but today, as I said, you're going to get a load of free stuff included as well. So let me just take you through that. So this here is all the stuff you're getting for free. You've got some of the flowers, embossing folder, we've got pop-out dies, we've also got some shadow stamps and dies, and you've got some of those pop-outs there as well. $69.99, $109.99, it saves you £60 or $70 in that particular format. Card of the show, Michelle, is number 4.
The bee carnation.
The Green Carnation, yes. There we are. Green Carnation is a bar in Soho that I used to go to.
Really?
Yeah. How funny is that? Let's give you a reminder as well of this. Your weekend super saver. Very busy on that. You're going to get 25 sheets here, 20 sheets of the pastels included for $3. It is your Centura Pearl, but it's the A3 size. Gives you even more options when it comes to using this. And then you've also got Hint of Silver here, which is awesome. So you're going to get 25 sheets of the Hint of Silver. It's just so nice. It's like sort of marshmallow, isn't it, that one? It's a really lovely colour. And then you've also got the Hint of Gold as well. It's a little bit richer, the gold there, as you can see. Really, really awesome. So you've got that, $25.98 or $37.98 for that. That's what you should be paying for the Hint of cardstocks on their own, but you're getting the pastels for free. I also want to take a chance just to remind you again of the mystery bag, the Spectrum Noir mystery bag. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got loads of value in here. £102 or $149 worth of value. So you're going to get aqua markers, glitter pens. We've got tri-blend brush pens in here for you, acrylic paint markers, illustrators. We've got art liners in there, blending sponges, even got ink pads as well. A couple of different ink pads are going to come included for you. And we're going to throw in one of those card front pads too. So your saving on this is £62 or $99, which is exceptional value, isn't it? If you are a platinum member, of course, £32 or $40 is what you're going to be able to pick those up for. Don't forget that the deals normally last for around 48 hours on the website, so we could be coming towards the end of all of those cartload deals, so don't miss out on them before the prices go back up. I would hate for you to miss out on all of those freebies. Right, myself and Michelle will be back with you in 2 hours' time. We've got a festive craft house, haven't we, Michelle? What can we look forward to from that?
Oh, we have. So we've got the vintage snowman. We've got the Bethlehem collection. Yeah. Oh, we've got the punny stamps. I love those. They're very punny.
Very, very. There's loads of reasons to tune in later. So we'll see you back here for that then. 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 a.m. if you are on the West Coast. But don't forget to check out your baskets, and we'll see you back here in a couple of hours. Take care.